on your side. This is WHAS 11 News.
Right now on 11 at 11, two breaking stories for you. The first, a deadly shooting in the Chickasaw neighborhood, plus a water rescue underway right now after a boat capsizes on the Ohio River. We are live with the latest information. Also tonight, music, food, and fireworks. 4th of July at the waterfront. Back this year and better than ever. The new addition that had people excited. And members of Kentucky's National Guard celebrated the 4th with a hero's homecoming. We'll take you to the celebration full of tears, hugs, and kisses, even a couple of surprises. But we do start tonight with that breaking news here on the 4th of July. Metro Police confirming to us tonight that a boat hit the 2nd Street Bridge and capsized. This is a live look for you. One of our photographers there on the scene. A lot of the information still coming in, still unclear. What police have told us, there were people rescued, but the number of people they have not been able to confirm or tell us. Our Kayla Moody told me she saw at least one person taken away by EMS. We do know there were people aboard a pontoon boat when it hit the 2nd Street Bridge, also known as the Clark Memorial Bridge. Another one of our staff members, Aaron Pryor, was on the scene, and he reported seeing some helicopters, or at least a helicopter, searching the surface of the water from above. Still a lot of questions unanswered. Again, if you're just joining us, what we can tell you from this live picture here at the waterfront, this is near Joe's Crab Shack. A pontoon boat collided with the 2nd Street Bridge and capsized. It is unclear at this point how many people were aboard that boat at the time. Police tell us there were rescues, but the number of people rescued still unclear and unconfirmed at this time. We're working to gather additional information for you. If we do get details, new information within this broadcast, we'll of course bring them to you as we get it and follow up by posting that information on our Facebook page and of course WHAS11.com. Now to that other breaking story. Louisville Metro Police on the scene of a shooting near the intersection of South 40th and Kentucky Streets. Officers got the call a little after 8 tonight. They found a woman in her 60s had suffered a gunshot wound. She was later pronounced dead. At this time, police do not have any information on a suspect, but they are asking anyone with information that can help them solve this crime to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Rose. After it was canceled last year, the 4th of July celebration at the waterfront is back. Our Kayla Moody joining us live from the waterfront where the party just wrapped up. Kayla.
Well, Derek, minutes ago, this lawn was filled with thousands of people who were here enjoying the fireworks show and the live music. Now there's just a few stragglers left behind. But after a one-year hiatus, the 4th of July celebration at Waterfront Park returned this year with a colorful display of lights and sound. Now, hundreds camped out on the Great Lawn today for an evening of live music with acts ranging from smooth jazz to light rock, rap, and classical. Now, as the sun lowered over the Ohio, the Louisville Orchestra serenaded onlookers sprawled across Waterfront Park in a sea of red, white, and blue. That picturesque scene also paired with the beautiful weather. Many people said it couldn't have been more perfect.
It finally stopped raining, so we've had rain for the past 3 days, and I'm so glad it finally stopped.
This breeze is perfect. It's better than air conditioning. It's a wonderful venue, and I enjoy watching all the little families and watching the kids have fun and also be exposed to classical music. I think that's marvelous.
And the event wrapped up at 10:30, but not until fireworks lit up the sky. And now, as soon as people started filing out of the park, people filed in behind them. Cleanup efforts have already started here. As you can see behind me, this is actually a pretty clear streak of grass. People are moving very quickly to clean up from all those people, thousands, as we said, who were here today. And everyone that we talked to said they really had a good time. They said it was a really nice event for the whole family to enjoy because there's just something for everyone. Reporting live from Waterfront Park, Kayla Moody, 11 at 11.
Kayla, thank you. And it was a fun day, as you heard Kayla mention, across Kentuckiana, folks celebrating the 4th of July. Here are some of the snapshots that we have compiled together from the waterfront. You can see there in the upper left-hand corner, that's Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine, along with Good Morning Kentuckiana's Kelsey Starks. Those two emceed the event tonight. And plenty more pictures that we see. A lot of folks wearing their bandanas, taking their children out, enjoying just a great time on the lawn tonight. They certainly had a great night for those fireworks. Meteorologist Brian Shaw joining us now. And Brian, is this dry weather going to stick around through the rest of the weekend?
Well, it's going to stick around for the rest of the weekend for southern Indiana and areas along the river. But if you're in central Kentucky, just like today, you're going to have that slight chance for a couple of pop-up showers and maybe some storms. So we are going to have that possibility for tomorrow and for Monday. But then on Tuesday, more widespread rain is expected with our next front that's going to move on through, and that's going to give us the chance for showers and storms throughout all of Kentuckiana. We still do have flood warnings for the East Fork White River and the Muscatatuck River. That's going to go until Tuesday, at least right now, but basically until further notice, since we are expecting more rain on Tuesday. So it's likely those will get extended, and they've been there for, I believe, at least a week now. Here's a look at Max HD radar. It is dry across Kentuckiana. There have been a couple of showers and storms just to the south of Adair County pretty much all day long. Adair County has stayed mainly dry, but just to our south, there's been those showers popping up, and then we're going to have the chance of those throughout the nighttime and into tomorrow as well, especially in the afternoon. Here's our Morgan & Morgan HD camera network. This is the view at the Review Restaurant and Lounge at the Galt House. And it's pretty cloudy out there still, but this was the shot. We got a pretty good look at the fireworks. Temperature is still warm in Louisville at 78 degrees. Everybody else has dropped down to the low 70s to upper 60s. Then for tomorrow, we'll drop down for the overnight into the mid-60s, but we'll start off in the low 70s at 8 a.m., mostly cloudy skies, partly sunny by noon in the upper 70s, and then we'll top off tomorrow in the mid-80s, mainly dry throughout much of Kentuckiana, but we are expecting the chance for a few showers. I'll track it with Futurecast coming up. Derek?
All right, Brian, thank you. On this 4th of July, we take a moment to remember those who have fought for our freedom and who are still currently serving to ensure that freedom. For the Sellersburg community, today was a day to honor U.S. Marine Corporal Jordan Spears, unveiling a monument in his honor. Jordan was 21 when he was killed in a combat mission last October, making him the first American casualty in the fight against ISIS. He and 3 other crew members were flying over the Persian Gulf when their plane lost power. They bailed out of the aircraft, but Jordan's life preserver did not work. Jordan's father says the support his family has received reaches far beyond their small Indiana town.
We have Marines here from San Diego in support of us that were deployed with Jordan. It all just is a tremendous respect for our military and for what they have to go through on a daily basis. And it just means a lot for that support.
Jordan was 17 when he signed up for the Marines, something he had always talked about ever since he was young, and he was 3 years into a 5-year enlistment. 39 Kentucky National Guard airmen and their families are celebrating a lot more than just freedom on this 4th of July. The fact that they are able to spend this holiday together is reason to celebrate all on its own, something many of us take for granted. For military families, anticipation is not a word you define. It's a word they live. Time itself is what makes parts of life uncertain.
Once we came in, you could see everybody standing out here. It was overwhelming.
But that's when relief takes over. Still, no words needed, just raw emotion. Defining moments like this.
Got to see their families on the 4th of July. It just doesn't really get much better than that.
Major General Ed Tonini has seen this scenario play over many times, whether it's a child reuniting with their dad or a woman soon to be a wife.
Amen.
Homecomings are never the same.
Every single time that I do it, it actually still brings a tear to my eye to see the families as happy as they are to see their loved ones come back from being in harm's way.
Out of harm's way and into a future their families prayed for.
She's very passionate. She don't give up. She's a fighter.
I can't talk.
She loves me.
Don't ask.
That's it, really.
That is all they need.
I'm a softie, you know. I mean, the reality of it is that we never lose sight of the fact that whenever anybody goes on one of these deployments, the chances are they may not come back. And when they come back satisfied, knowing that they've done a good job, that's what this job's really all about.
And those airmen that you saw in that piece served as part of the 123rd Airlift Wing, flying cargo as well as troops throughout Iraq, Afghanistan, and Northern Africa. To all of them and their families, we here at WHAS 11 say thank you. It's a dream come true for one Louisville man, but it's also bringing fresh food to an area that certainly needs it. Vitalis Lanshima opened Aspire African and Soul Food Fusion Cafe in the Russell neighborhood on 18th Street with the hopes of providing fresh, healthy foods. The inspiration behind the restaurant comes from his mother, who took care of him after an accident that claimed a portion of both of his arms.
25 years ago, I had an accident that led to the amputation of my arms. I'm sorry, I get emotional here. So, and that accident meant that I lost both hands, and my mom, who owned a thriving restaurant, had to abandon everything so she could take care of me.
Aspire Cafe is more than just a restaurant. Its second floor is dedicated as an artist space. Brian.
Yeah, Derek, we are tracking the possibility for some showers and storms over the next couple of days, but most areas are going to stay dry. It's Tuesday that everybody is expected to get rain showers. I'll be tracking that with Futurecast coming up.
WHAS 11 News is on your side.
Working every day to uncover the stories that touch your life. Getting to the truth by asking the tough questions and holding those in power accountable.
Keeping you ahead of the storm with the latest technology and on your side when it's time to pick up the pieces.
It's our promise.
It's our commitment 24/7, on air, online, on your mobile device. For 65 years, WHAS 11 News on your side.
WHAS 11 News is sponsored by OPC Services.
Our 4th of July sale is happening now at Sleep Outfitters. Find store-wide savings up to 65% off plus free TVs. This ceiling pillow top queen set just $4.99 plus a free TV. Going on now during our 4th of July sale at Sleep Outfitters.
NASCAR at Kentucky Speedway. It's drivers battling side by side at 185 miles an hour and so much more, including a Kroger pre-race concert with Jared Neiman. It's the Quaker State 400, presented by Advance Auto Parts, July 11th. Get tickets for as low as $59 at KentuckySpeedway.com.
Right now, fresh ground beef is $2.99 a pound in the family pack. And get a whole seedless watermelon for $3.99. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Everything you need for all the pets you feed, Feeder Supply.
The Pet Lover Store. Save $3 on big bags of Nutro and Nutro Ultra dog food, all formulas. Nutro and Nutro Ultra treats are on sale too. And save $3 on all 6.5-pound bags of Nutro cat food. The big celebration sale is going on now.
Everything you need for all the pets you feed, Feeder Supply.
The Pet Lover Store.
Get this exclusive Tempur-Pedic bedroom bundle during the 4th of July sale at Sleep Outfitters. All this, all at 0% for 6 years and all for one low monthly payment. This limited time offer is available now at Sleep Outfitters.
Today marks our nation's 239th birthday, and millions of us were out celebrating in spite of increased fears about terrorism. Across the country, law enforcement was working overtime to make sure this 4th of July holiday was also a happy one. Here's ABC's Chuck Siverston.
From sea to shining sea, standing sentinel for Uncle Sam. The lesson for this Independence Day, vigilance is the price of freedom.
The threat stream is very high. In fact, we don't think it's been this high since 9/11.
Additional law enforcement out in force, protecting those picnics and parades coast to coast. Police lined the streets in Washington as hundreds of thousands of tourists descended on D.C. Authorities say there's no specific threat, but remain worried about lone wolves with ties to ISIS.
Eyes of the country, indeed eyes of the world on this city, counting on you to keep it safe.
New York deployed an extra 7,000 officers this weekend, working on the ground, in the air, and on the water. Under watchful eyes, this flotilla of ships glided gracefully into New York Harbor, Lady Liberty looming large above them. So far, the weather has proven to be the biggest Grinch. This afternoon, thunderstorms in Washington, D.C., forcing the evacuation of a Foo Fighters concert at RFK Stadium, and for good reason. Historically, July produces the most lightning casualties in America. And stormy skies briefly chased crowds from the National Mall. But they were back as the traditional July 4th fireworks spectacular blazed across the sky. Happy 239th birthday, America. Chuck Sivertson, ABC News, New York.
Tonight, investigators are still trying to figure out how a fireworks display went horribly wrong, sending fireworks flying directly into a crowd of thousands of people. Wow. Nearly 20,000 people were at the display in Avon, Colorado, when rockets shot toward the crowd instead of the sky. After a rack of shells tipped over during the show, at least 9 people were injured. And it's not just big displays. Individual fireworks caused serious damage as well, most injuries occurring to the hands and the face. Mother Nature interfered with 4th of July celebrations across the country. Fireworks combined with the lack of rain and record heat are producing wildfires, the latest in eastern Washington. 50 homes had to be evacuated and over 500 acres burned following a fire sparked by fireworks. In California, the drought means communities across the state had to cancel their public displays. And they had, Brian, a different kind of dry weather than we're dealing with. We have the good kind of dry weather that we're hoping stays around.
Yeah, it was beautiful this evening throughout Kentucky, and in fact, we actually did have a pretty nice day. We were dry, the radar stayed clear. We had just a couple of showers that popped up off to our south, but they stayed just off to our south through much of today. It is possible we get some of these popping up through central Kentucky for the next couple of days before Tuesday rolls in, and we're going to have widespread showers throughout Kentuckiana thanks to the cold front that's off to the north and west. So it's this cold front that's going to move in over the course of the next couple of days, and we're going to get it on Tuesday. Widespread showers and storms expected. But right now, high pressure is keeping us clear and keeping us dry, keeping the stationary front just far enough to the south that we are staying dry and we're not getting these rain showers. Here's a look at futurecasts as we go hour by hour. We're mostly cloudy across Kentuckiana, though. Temperatures are going to drop down to the mid-60s for tonight. Highs tomorrow are going to be in the mid to low 80s, so a little warmer tomorrow with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Just a slight chance of a couple of showers popping up towards the afternoon and evening hours. About a 20% chance for rain. Then we'll have a little more sunshine on Monday, getting close to that 90-degree mark for a high throughout all of Kentuckiana. And again, we're going to have that slight chance for a couple of pop-ups in central Kentucky. Then that cloud cover increases, and by Tuesday we are expecting pretty widespread showers and storms. Front's going to move on through. That's going to linger into Wednesday as well. We're expecting a pretty rainy and stormy day throughout the day on Wednesday. Here's a look at your allergy forecast. The weeds are low, the mold spores are moderate. For tonight, we are expecting mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies, but a pretty comfortable night. Winds out of the northeast at just 5 miles per hour. Temperatures will drop down to the upper 60s. We'll start off tomorrow morning at around 70 degrees at around 8 a.m. Partly sunny skies. A little clearer out there. We had some pretty thick fog this morning. Not really expecting that for tomorrow morning. Winds will be out of the east at 3 to 6 miles per hour, and then they'll start to shift out of the south. We'll have winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour and then temperatures in the mid-80s. So that's going to help warm us up over the next couple of days, as temperatures will be in the upper 80s on Monday, close to 90 degrees, with just a 20% chance for rain, mainly areas to the south and central Kentucky. Then here comes that widespread rain on Tuesday. From that cold front, that's going to linger into Wednesday, a 60% chance for rain on Wednesday as well, a little cooler in the low 80s. Then we'll be in the mid to upper 80s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just a chance for some spotty showers and storms, mainly in the afternoon most of those days. But we do warm back up. We get back into that humid pattern. It is nice, though, that we dried up just in time for the fireworks down at the waterfront. There wasn't any threat to the concerts or anything like that. And it seemed from the pictures that I saw that the ground dried out pretty well. It wasn't too muddy. It wasn't damp still. So people were able to have a good time.
Considering the last couple of weeks we had, good to have a break from the wet weather to dry weather just in time for the holiday.
And we needed it in the worst way. I mean, it was taking no rain at all to get flash flooding popping up. So we really just needed the ground to kind of allow itself to dry up a little bit and get the small creeks and streams into the bigger rivers.
All right, Brian, thank you. Still ahead here at 11 o'clock, Louisville City FC dominated the match against Richmond tonight from start to finish in front of a record crowd. We will take you to the pitch. Plus, a 12-year-old Prospect native set world and personal records today in the pole vault. Whitney Harding joins us with that story and more next in sports.
The First Alert Storm Team Forecast on WHAS 11 is sponsored by Kentucky One Health and Elite Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's the Red, White, and Boom sale at the Kia stores. For a limited time only, buy any new 2014 Kia Optima Hybrid or Cadenza and get a 2015 Kia Optima for 24 months at no additional charge. Only at the Kia stores.
For some, grilling is an art. But it's really about the cuts of meat that won't be rushed, the vegetables alive with flavor, and seafood that only needs a kiss of smoke. Anything less, and you're just playing with fire. Kroger has the fresh cuts and locally harvested produce that will make you want to get out and grill.
For your next barbecue, get Silver Bright salmon fillets for just $3.99 a pound. And tender asparagus is $1.99 a pound. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Denise, I love this new bedroom set. It's all from Value City Furniture, and it was a steal.
I knew it! You're going away for a long time, Denise.
A steal means it was super affordable.
Tell it to the judge.
4th of July deals could be yours at Value City Furniture. This week only, get free delivery plus pay no interest for 12 months or enjoy 36 months no interest financing. So let's review. That's free delivery and 12 months financing or get 36 months financing. Value City Furniture. Style comes easy.
What's with the jacket?
This jacket helps me come up with great ideas, like a chance to win concert cash when you order pizza and Pepsi online. I call it Pizza, Pepsi, Rock.
Wow. Why are you taking it off?
I got another great idea. I shouldn't be wearing this jacket in public.
That is a great idea.
Order any large 2-topping pizza and 2-liter Pepsi online for $12. You can win pizza, Pepsi, or Live Nation concert cash to see your favorite act and more.
Pizza, Pepsi, Rock. PapaJohns.com.
It's the Red, White, and Boom sale at the Kia stores, where you get up to $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Don't miss the Red, White, and Boom sale, only at the Kia stores, the best value brand in America.
It was a beautiful evening outside and a perfect atmosphere for the beautiful game. Louisville City FC took the pitch tonight against Richmond, looking for a win, giving them 3 points, moving up in those conference standings. A record crowd tonight for Louisville City, 8,254 packed. Louisville Slugger, first half LCFC striking first. Brian Burke finding Matt Fondy in front of the net, deflecting the ball in for the goal, 1-0 LCFC. After that, it became a little bit of a shooting gallery on Richmond's end, and Ryan Taylor had to make a couple great saves for Richmond. Louisville FC, though, got a couple more past him. They win this one easily, 3-0. Well, today, July 4th, Americans across the country and the world celebrate the signing of the Declaration of Independence. But in Paintsville, Kentucky, they're celebrating another signing as well.
And blessed to say that for the next 4 years, I'll be attending the University of Kentucky.
Cash Daniel, the 4-star linebacker from Paintsville, Kentucky, will join Big Blue Nation in 2016. He chose UK this afternoon over Louisville and South Carolina. Last year as a junior, he recorded 180 tackles, 111 of those solo, and 4 interceptions on defense. And oh, yeah, he also played quarterback and both threw and rushed for more than 1,000 yards. That's not bad. Daniel will be the first Paintsville football player to play in a power conference in almost 30 years. And now he looks forward to making history at Kentucky.
This is going to be a class where you make 30 for 30s about how the 2016 class changed Kentucky football, how they won an SEC championship, how they made it to the college football playoff. That's what our goal is as players, and that's what our goal is. I'm sure Coach Stoops' coaching staff is as well.
And a really cool story out of Wisconsin this morning. The annual River Vault pole vaulting competition took its title literally this year. It took place on a barge on the Mississippi River in La Crosse, Wisconsin. One of the competitors right there, you're seeing her, Prospect Zone, 12-year-old Katie Wright, the youngest competitor in the field. That video came from viewer Debbie Stone. Katie was the first competitor to vault this morning. So as far as anyone knows, she is the first person in the world to pole vault on a barge on the water. The competition included 60 pole vaulters, including some Olympic hopefuls. Katie set a new personal record, her best vault, 7 feet 6 inches, beating her former personal best by about 2 feet. That's just awesome. On America's birthday, we have to talk about America's pastime. Bats on the road tonight in Indy. Had lots of fireworks in this game. Louisville, 15 hits, including 2 homers, and one of them right there. They won 9-2. Dylan Axelrod pitched 6 innings for Louisville, giving up only 2 runs, and he struck out 5. Now to hoops, the U19 men's basketball team in the World Championship semis. Louisville's Chinanu Onuaku-White there on the bench for a while because of foul trouble, but he did get a couple free throws to go, granny style there. I mean, hey, if it works, whatever works. He hit both of them there, so sounds good. Croatia and the United States will play tomorrow for the gold medal. And NBA Summer League action today. Dakari Johnson and the Thunder taking on Aaron Harrison and the Hornets. Johnson got the first points of the game. He finished with 7 points, 3 rebounds. Harrison was stellar in this one for Charlotte, finishing with 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. More Summer League action. The Nets and Grizz squared off, and more familiar faces in this one. Both Andrew Harrison and Russ Smith starting for Memphis. Harrison had 8 points and 3 assists in the game. Smith also had 8 points for the Grizz. He dished out 8 dimes as well, and former guard Earl Clark had 4 points and 3 rebounds for the Nets. Staying with the NBA, but not a free agency, and the big get of the summer off the table. LaMarcus Aldridge announced on Twitter this afternoon he'll be heading to the San Antonio Spurs. Aldridge wrote, "I'm happy to say I'll be going home to Texas and will be a Spur. I'm excited to join the team and be close to my family and friends." Aldridge is originally from the Dallas area, then went to college at the University of Texas at Austin. ESPN's Mark Stein is reporting the deal will be a 4-year max contract worth more than $80 million. To West Virginia now, moving day at the Greenbrier Classic, and one young man moving up the leaderboard. Goshen native Justin Thomas there on 16. That chip, oh so close. He would par the hole. Then on 17, he does get the birdie putt to fall to move to 10 under par, just 1 shot off the lead. He had a chance to move into a multi-way tie for the lead with this birdie putt on 18, but he just pushes it a little bit wide. He shot 4 under today, sitting tied for 5th, just 1 shot off the lead. Now the final round of the Greenbrier is tomorrow. And from the Greenbrier, America's resort to Coney Island and America's 4th of July tradition, the hot dog eating contest. Joey Jaws Chestnut has dominated this competition the last 8 years, but that man right there dethroned him. Matt Stoney takes the title this year, shoveling in 62 hot dogs and buns, enough to beat Chestnut by 2. It's Stoney's first title in the Nathan's contest, and just how good were those two guys? Well, Derek, the next closest person, only 35 hot dogs. That's it. Just
only 35.
Just 35. I mean, I can do that in my sleep.
It always gets me. Okay, you got the hot dogs, but the bread.
Yes.
That's the part that I would think that would, for lack of a better term, choke people up.
Absolutely. And how much water did they guzzle down, too? That's what I want to know. But you know what? They are, it's really impressive. I mean, it is a sport. I mean, they
something for
like
everyone.
Crazy for that.
Oh my God. I couldn't do it.
No.
Not even though I love to eat.
I mean, I can get 1 hot dog. That's about it.
Me too. All right. Thanks, Whitney. Another check of your weather, plus an update on that breaking news after the break.
Returned. T3, more terrifying than ever.
At H.H. Gregg, the 4th of July sale is hotter than ever. Get 0 down and 0 interest till January 2018. Up to 35% off appliances. Top brands, low prices, fast delivery.
Gregg's got it!
Announcing the 4th of July sales event at your local Ford dealer. It's the perfect time to celebrate America's best-selling brand. Because Ford has a great lineup of fuel-efficient cars, SUVs, and legendary trucks. And now, for a limited time, get huge savings on select Ford vehicles. Celebrate with 0% financing for 60 months, plus up to $2,000 cash. But hurry, because the 4th of July sales event ends July 6th. So visit your local Ford dealer.
During Watson's Great American Sale, hundreds of in-stock spas start at just $9.99. Deluxe models $29.99. And plug-and-play models from $19.99. Plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Only at Watson's.
How'd you say this guy was the best?
Oh, he's a horrible stylist.
What?
He's the best at paying claims fast.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Paid mine in just 1 day.
1 day?
Yeah.
Wow.
In just 1 day, we approve and pay. 1 day pay, only from Aflac.
Know how to make any day even more fun this summer? Spend the day at Kentucky Kingdom and Hurricane Bay. Get a day ticket now just $34.95 only at Kroger, and get both parks for one amazing low price. Now that summer's here, don't miss out on all the fun. Buy a Kentucky Kingdom day ticket just $34.95 at Kroger.
Right now, fresh ground beef is $2.99 a pound in the family pack. And Northwest sweet red cherries are $1.99 a pound. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Terror has returned. T3, more terrifying than ever.
WHAS 11 News is sponsored by Turkey Hill Gelato.
And we want to update you with new information on that breaking story we brought you at the beginning of this newscast. Louisville Fire now telling us there were 9 people on board that pontoon boat that capsized. Unfortunately, they tell us 2 people died after that boat capsized after hitting the 2nd Street Bridge. 4 people were rescued. There are still 3 people missing right now. Those rescue efforts ongoing as we speak. Again, 9 people aboard that pontoon boat. A very tragic story. Those people out there trying to celebrate the 4th of July. Their boat hit the 2nd Street Bridge. It capsized. 2 people dead, 4 rescued. 3 of those people still missing. So we're going to try to get some more information on this story throughout the evening. In the meantime, we're going to take one more look at our forecast.
Which looks pretty good over the next couple of days. We've just got those spotty chances for some showers and storms, mainly areas to the south and central Kentucky. But we're gradually rising. We're going to get into the upper 80s on Sunday and Monday before the next widespread range of showers and storms moves in, mainly late Tuesday and throughout the day on Wednesday. And we'll warm back up to the upper 80s to low 90s Friday and Saturday.
All right, Brian, thank you. Thank you, Whitney, and thank you for joining us tonight. As we do leave you here on this Saturday night, the 4th of July, we will give you some of the video that we captured this evening of the fireworks display on the waterfront. We hope you were there. We hope you enjoyed it, and have a good evening. Work after the holiday weekend.
Some big traffic changes you need to know about.